Amon-Ra St. Brown, he wants his shot at the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't blame him. The way it ended for the Detroit Lions was very, very anticlimactic. It was unfortunate. It was a shame how the Detroit Lions season ended this past playoff run. I mean, you can't even call it a run. That was more of a playoff walk. That was more so a playoff high and by. They didn't even have time to get comfortable. Detroit didn't even have time to grab something to eat. They came to the party and said, hi, bye. But Amon-Ra St. Brown was on Kevin Hart's show, Cold as Balls, and he was asked about his experience in the NFL. You know, it was a very good episode, by the way. It was a fun episode. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown, to be honest with you. I think he's a phenomenal football player, and he's been a 2-time first-team All-Pro. I think he's been a 3-time Pro Bowler or a 2-time Pro Bowler. He is decorated. Let's not get it twisted. I'm leading with respect because I actually respect Amon-Ra St. Brown's work ethic. And again, since St. Brown, he really didn't crash out. He said what he said, but he didn't crash out. That's why I'm leading with respect. But here's the problem. Y'all didn't live up to the hype. The Detroit Lions did not live up to the hype. Y'all did not fulfill y'all end of the bargain. We got to be honest about this. We can't be on platforms talking about who we want to play, who we want to see, when you didn't live up to your end of the bargain. We did. The Philadelphia Eagles lived up to their end of the bargain. You know, this is what happens when, you know, players have podcasts, and I'm all for players having a podcast if you continue to produce. If you produce, I don't care what you do. But we got to be mindful of the things we say. I say again, all year, y'all was the talk of the town. The NFC runs through Detroit. There's no team playing as well as them. There's no team as hot as them. There's no offense as lethal as theirs. Now, I will say this. You guys had a lot of injuries on the defensive side of the ball. I'm only mentioning the injuries because they're facts. But I have a hard time giving you guys an excuse, giving you guys an out. Because you guys were the number 1 seed. You were 15-2. You got the bye week. Your season went exactly how you guys wanted it to go. Except when you ran into that boy, Jaden Daniels, in the Washington Commanders in the divisional round. Ooh, you ran into that boy. But you know what I hate about y'all most, Detroit? I hate the fact that y'all gave the Washington Commanders false confidence. I hate the fact that you made Washington Commanders fans believe they had a shot in hell against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what I hate y'all for the most. So don't go on this platform or that podcast talking about who you want to play in week 1. Just play the schedule.